this film, you play Dallas's dance teacher who helps her understand her potential, but also manage expectations. Looking back, did you ever have a teacher growing up, maybe a vocal coach, who you remember having a big impact on you?
I remember a teacher who's actually my track and field teacher in seventh grade that really was very encouraging, but very, he did a lot of he inspired us as, people in sports to what's the word? He was tough on us. I think a coach, I think a mentor, I think someone in that in again in dance or in sports, there's a toughness that you have to have, and there's a toughness that you want to see in the person that you're trying to, mentor. And I think Miss Alicia really had to use a lot of restraint because there was a lot of moments where she really wanted her to just focus and
Yeah.
not be in love. But she recognized early that Dallas was really, really, smitten with Drayton. She just could not, get him off her mind. And understandably so. That happens, where there's someone that comes along and just knocks you off your feet. Um, and so you have to delicately do the delicate dance around it, because they're gonna sneak out and try to see each other and not really put the time in that they need to into their craft. So Miss Alicia was very, instrumental in helping her to navigate through this relationship.
Ultimately, her relationship helped Dallas with her dancing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that was one of the things that I loved about the script was that she's very intuitive. She's very intuitive. She's not like a dance teacher that is sort of given up. She's like in the game, understands what it takes and realizes that she's going to have to use the room. Sometimes it's difficult to do an audition in front of people that you feel are judging you. You don't know what they're thinking, but you got to use that energy and harness that energy in a positive way. And I think in this case, Dallas ended up doing that.
So when Dallas was struggling at one point in the beginning of the film, you told her she needed to get out of her head and let
Yeah.
go. As a performer, have you ever experienced this block? And if so, how did you get out of that?
Good question, because I do that a lot. Overthink things. I think that the key is to breathe.
Mhm.
Um, don't take yourself too seriously because I think that will block you and you'll start to get self-conscious. And over the years, that has been the thing that I've done when I've been super nervous about doing a show or being in an environment that I was not very comfortable with. I would always just kind of breathe, find something funny or humorous in this situation or in this scenario, and then just go for it.
I love that. I love that. So this film marked Noah Beck's acting debut.
Yes.
What was it like working with him? And did you give him any tips?
Oh, he was great. He honestly was great. The two of them were, like I said, I fed off of their chemistry, their natural chemistry and magic that they brought to the screen. And it was great. Justin knew um, those moments to pull from that were just naturally there. Um, I think, a big part of what you see on screen is just like Justin really knowing what the best moments were in that moment. And that's what you want when you work with a director. You
Right.
want the director to be able to really um, pick those special takes.
Yeah, for sure. So this movie also stars one of the most beloved American actors, James Van
Mhm.
Der Beek.
Yes.
Did you get to work with him at all?
I
And
did
or what?
not.
What
I
was it
did
like?
not. He's
Good.
so yeah, a fan as well. I love his work. But I met him for the first time last night at our screening, and it was
Oh
so
my gosh.
wonderful, like seeing the chemistry with him and Noah. As this fa stern father, and just he just wanted so much. I love that you can tell that their relationship was so complex. You know, it was really thrilling to watch and to see all of these characters come to life.
Actually, you answered one of my questions. Next question I was going to ask, I would say, what was it like seeing him at the premiere last night? But you said it's the first time you
Yeah,
met him.
was my first time. Yeah, it was great. The whole cast was there, and we got a chance to like meet each other for the first time and connect and tell each other how we felt about each other's work and stuff. It was really, really, really a good time.
This movie is an adaptation of a Wattpad story turned YA novel.
Right.
And like other Wattpad stories, has a large, passionate group of readers.
Hmm.
Did you feel any pressure to get the adaptation right? And what do you think makes the story so special?
I think the story of these two people who are in two different worlds, who are, you know, all about passion and trying to find the right place to unleash that passion. I think that story you don't really see often on screen. And I think that's what drew me to the project, that it was something very different. You football, dance, these two characters like fall so deeply in love with each other and reminds me of that, that puppy love that you have in as a teenager, that first time you like fall hard.
Yes.
And they deliver it beautifully on screen, and it was really exciting to just see it all unveil and itself last night. It was great.
And last question, I have to say, congratulations on your first Grammy nomination
Thank
for The
you.
Wiz. What was your
Thank
reaction when you
you.
won? I mean, or
I was
nominated, sorry.
so, yeah, I mean, listen, to me, being nominated in the musical theater category is a win. I,
Yeah.
I went into this role just with the hopes of being able to originate something on Broadway, and I had the opportunity to do that. So I felt so gratified by that. And then the Grammy nomination was really the cherry on top. I was not expecting, that at all. I went in with a heart for the piece, and I really had an awesome time working with the cast, and we really put in some hard work, a long tour as well as a long Broadway run, and so it was wonderful at the end of the day to get that kind of recognition from the Grammys.
And are you planning on attending the ceremony?
Oh, yes. I haven't got my dress picked out yet, but I definitely will be attending.